Hi everyone. In this video, learn about some wall modifications. We'll go ahead and open our example file that we have been working on. So in the last video, we saw how do we insert interior walls, exterior walls, doors, windows, and openings. In this video, what we will learn is how to do some basic modifications. So for instance, if I look at this exterior wall, I know that if I go and orbit around, I see that my concrete floor is exposed, and if I want this wall to go down, this finish to go down and cover this thickness of concrete, it will actually modify the entire wall. What actually I want to do is I want to bring down only the finish, the exterior cladding, anything that is beyond the core of style. So how do we do that? So we can always unlock these layers and we can make them go down rather than the entire wall going down and covering this concrete thickness. So let's do that. Let's click on the wall. Let's click on edit type. Make sure that the section view is open under preview. So you may find that there is a floor plan view open. So make sure you have a sectional view. The vertical section view is open. Click on edit. Click here inside this window, preview window, and then zoom in. Okay. Now from here you can select different layers. So select the first layer and then click on modify. When you click on modify, and if you further zoom in, if you hover your mouse, you see that this edge highlights. So when this edge highlights, click on that and you will see this lock appears. So what does this tell you is that this particular edge is locked. So what do we want? We want to unlock it. Similarly, if you want this air gap also to follow along with this exterior finish, click on that, unlock that too. And if you want this layer also to follow, click on that and unlock that too. So what we did, we unlocked these three layers. So when we give an offset, these three layers will go down, not the entire wall. So once you unlock them, click OK. Click OK again. And now you see that the base extension here, which was earlier gray, is now activated. So I can go ahead and give a -6 inches of base extension. Click apply. And now I see that the wall, that those two layers of the wall have gone down. We can check that in a sectional view. So there is this sectional view. Let's move this here because we changed this over here. Let's go to the sectional view. As you can see here, the wall is not going down here, but where we unlocked it, those two layers have gone down. You can actually see it in fine detail, and you can see that the brick cladding, the brick tile, the air gap, and the third layer, all of those have gone down by 6 inches. So you can always modify, you can always choose and unlock those layers that you want to manipulate in terms of height, when you don't want to manipulate the entire wall. Let's go back to our 3D view. There's another modification that we can do to a wall. Notice that when we modeled these openings, these were pretty much rectangular. And what if you want to create an opening in a desired shape? So you can always modify the profile of a wall. So let's say if you want to create an opening here, so click on this wall, okay? And if you want to work in 3D, what I recommend before you do that is to go inside and enable your section box from your properties. and bring that section box inside so that I can clearly see this wall without any obstruction. So if I want to modify this wall, I click on this wall and then I go in a perpendicular orthographic view and I'll click on edit its profile. And you see that now it's in the sketch mode, and now I can sketch whatever profile that I want to cut from this wall. So let's say if I want a circular opening here, like this, let me go ahead and bring it down here. Let's say here. So let's say I want to cut this circular opening from this wall. I can draw this and I can click on finish edit mode, and as you can see I can go in 3D view and orbit around and see that there is a circular opening that has been created. So I can do any type of profile and I can design that, I can draw that profile and I can modify a wall. I can also, let's say if I click on this wall and I go to its perpendicular view and I can edit its profile. So if I want to draw, I want to change its profile like this. Okay. So let's say you have a staircase opening, or there's a staircase, or there is a slab or something that is going like this. You can change its profile. Click here and make sure it's a closed loop. Click OK. And now as you can see, when we orbit, that its profile has been changed. So we can do these modifications to the profile of the wall. You can also paint these walls if you want to. So let's say, let me go ahead and uncheck the section box. So let's say if you want to paint a particular wall in a particular color. So what do you need to do first is to create that color. And the way we do it is you go to manage, click on materials, click on home, go to any of the library, go to miscellaneous, and then select paint, add it to the document. Once it is added, right click and duplicate it, and let's call it ochre yellow. So once you duplicate and name it, now you have to change its appearance, graphics property. So under shading and under appearance, so make sure you select the right color. So let's say I want this color, click OK and click OK. Once you have created that particular paint, you can go to modify, and under modify you have a tool that's under geometry, it says paint. So you click on that and now that paint that you just created will show up and it has been selected. Now all you have to do is go to the walls which will be painted and click on those surfaces. So let's say these two walls, if I want to paint with this color, and also this wall. So let's click on that. Once it is done, click done, and those walls have been painted. We can go to the realistic view and check that. As you can see, those colors have been changed. You can create multiple colors if you have multiple colors in your house on different walls. So this is how you can do some modifications to your interior and exterior walls. Thanks for watching.